Yes. That's what I
And
got.
let him in.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Set up right. Let's go. Cameras on. Look professional. Do everything we can. Yes, posture D. Always, right? Oh, let me fix my screen. What's happening here? How is everybody? Andy, I know I promised I'd sing for you tonight, but we're running late, so I can't. So sorry you're going to have to miss out on that. All right. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
We could sing to you.
He can sing to me. I want to hear that about as much as he wants to hear me sing.
Your birthday's tomorrow, is it not?
Shh, no, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Happy Tuesday. Here we go. Welcome to RRR247 episode 14. Our podcast episode 14. Man, we got a lot going on right now. And sorry we didn't give all the new people a lot of time from the 5 or 10 minutes still, like usual, but we're going to give you a couple of minutes right now. But welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast episode 14. Yes, 14. We're moving right along. And next week will be 15. And I can't believe it. It feels like we just started this a week or two ago. And now all of a sudden we're in the 14 and 15 already. Then we got had so many big things happen over the last 14 weeks. It's crazy. But welcome to everybody. If you're brand new and it's your first night here, or even your second night, you didn't get a chance last week to say hello. This is the night you never want to miss. Tuesday night is when all the big announcements happen, all the additions happen. If Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you build, help you hit your goals, help you expand in other countries, help you make more money, help you in some way, shape, or form, a product, a service, a tool, or an idea that somebody had to share, and we get to pay it forward that way. It'll always be Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights are those big announcements. Also on Tuesday nights, we get to meet all the new team members, all the new family members. So I know there's a bunch on here already tonight. If you're brand new, person who got you here would love to know you made it. Rory and Tanya want to hear your name for the first time. I'd be honored to welcome you to the family for the first time, as well as Linda and everybody else that can unmute. So if you're brand new, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit that space bar on your keyboard. Say hello and let us know what state you're calling in from as well. Welcome to the call.
Hello, I'm Ruby Brooks calling in from Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Ruby from Maryland. Welcome, Ruby. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Heather Bean. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's in the house. There you go, Heather. Welcome.
My name is Donald Russo.
Donald,
My
go
name
ahead.
is Donald Russo. I'm also from Pennsylvania, from the eastern side. I just
look at that PA representing, huh? Good deal. Welcome.
Charlie's, jump in there, bud.
We are glad you're here. We're glad you all made it down. Yes, Sharice, jump in there. Where are you calling it from?
Well, actually, Sharice is my wife.
I know better.
My name is John Leonard, and I'm from Pennsylvania also.
John Leonard, Pennsylvania. What's happening in Pennsylvania? Something great happening up there, Linda.
The weather's very nice.
That's
going to change tomorrow.
Marissa Nunez, were you trying to say hello as well? Nope. Thank you, Maricel.
Hi, I'm Jody.
Jody, go ahead.
Jody from Ohio.
There you go. Jody from Ohio. You just made Linda's day. Go ahead, Brittany.
I'm Brittany from California, San Diego, California.
San Diego, California. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you both made it. Welcome to the team. And is there anybody else?
Yeah, Patrick.
Patrick?
Yes, Patrick from Lagos.
All right, Patrick, I'm going to change it says Ricky on your screen, but you want me to change that for you? If you want to change it, click on the 3 dots, top right-hand corner, and it says rename, and you can change your name. All right, welcome everybody. Linda will get it for you. How's that? Somebody will get it for you. I think you can change names, right? Yeah.
Well, can you help me? Because I'm new to this.
Yes, absolutely. You got a whole lot of help coming your way. Tonight, we're going to get,
Rebecca said he's from Nigeria.
oh, fantastic. Then you will, is Rebecca your instructor? Whoever your instructor is, get with them. Tonight, we got our co-founders coming on here, going to share a lot of great things as well. I want you to get your notebook out, get a pen or pencil to write with, and just take notes. You don't need to absorb it all in the first night. You don't need to understand everything your first night or your first week. Take notes, though. Talk to your instructor about it, and they'll break it down even better for you. Anything that you may not understand, any questions you may have by the end of the call. So welcome, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast, episode 14. That's a tongue twister. What do they do? Fix your dentures is what? Something's going on in my mouth.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Moody. I'm from New Bedford, Massachusetts.
From where? Somebody interrupted you.
My name is Moody. I'm from New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Fantastic. Massachusetts in the house. I don't think we've heard Massachusetts mentioned in a while. So welcome to the call. Glad you made it.
Thank you
And I
so
want to
much.
welcome everybody, especially all the new people. And if you didn't hear me say this a couple of minutes ago, then I want you to hear me say it now. And I want you to write it down, put it on a Post-it note on the side of your laptop screen or your monitor, whatever you have. Never miss a Tuesday night call. All the big announcements, everything you need, all the important stuff, any additions to the system, new products, new services, new tools, an idea that somebody's going to share that might make a huge difference. A little idea like this can make a huge difference in your business. And all of that stuff Rory brings to you or Tanya brings to you, or they both bring to you on Tuesday night. Never any other night of the week, always Tuesday night. All launches, all big announcements are Tuesday night. Never miss a Tuesday night. And then we'll train in depth on Saturday.
Niall, there's a few in the
I've
chat.
got them, Karina. I've got
Okay.
them. I'm trying to get through all the happy birthdays.
I know, right?
Yeah, appreciate
I've
that,
got
by the way.
Patricia from New Jersey.
Who?
Patricia from New Jersey.
Patricia, welcome. Glad you made it.
I've got Donnell Smith
Donnell, we're glad you made it.
from Maryland. I've got Sunny from California.
Fantastic. Welcome, Sonny.
If I miss any, I apologize because there's tons of cakes flying in here from all these happy birthdays to Niall.
I promise I will go read every one of them, and I'll try to answer every one of them. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And I never thought turning 40 would be this fun. So anyway, let's get going. Welcome to the RRR247 podcast, episode 14. You scrambled me there for a second. And, all the big announcements are going to happen on Tuesday nights. But we also love meeting the new people. We really do. We love seeing your face. We love saying hello, welcome you. We love seeing all the different states being represented. Every week, there's somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people joining the team. And tonight, I counted 13 already, but I lost count. But it was at least 13 plus people joining the team. And we're growing like that. We've got that momentum. And we're adding new people every week because we're doing everything the right way. Rory and Tanya, after 3 decades of experience in this industry, have built a system where they took the friction points out of the way for everybody. All the things that used to slow people down or hold them back from being successful in here or as successful as they could be or getting to where they want to be as fast as they can, we call those friction points, right? That's something that these two people concentrate on every day, friction points. How can we make this better? How can we make this easier? How can we make this easier to understand? How can we help people grow, hit their goals, get into action? And how can we have a positive effect on their belief system so that they understand that they deserve this too? And then don't make that one mistake that you can make here, and that's give up on yourself and quit, because that's the only mistake you can make here. So 13 plus people joining. I'm going to have to do last call right now. Welcome, everybody, to RRR247 podcast, episode 14. If you're brand new, last call, click on the little microphone and say hello. And don't forget to tell us which state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Lisa from Kannapolis, North Carolina.
North Carolina's in the house. Thank you, Lisa. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Hello from Patricia in New Jersey.
Patricia in New Jersey, welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Me too.
All right, I think that's it. And the slowing down on the entry too. We just jumped up to 276 participants. Look at that, Patricia. There's 275 other people that are here just to meet you. How about that? And hear what else Rory's got to say. So let me hit a couple of buttons here, and then we can get going. That button and that button and that button, and that's it. So welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast, episode 14. This is a really exciting time, especially for you new people, to get involved with what we're doing here in this whole organization. There's amazing things happening. And Linda, Dina, I think we're right back to what I used to say about a year ago. Every time we think we can't make it any better, Rory comes out with a new way to make it better, doesn't he? So I'm going to have to stop saying that again, maybe knock on wood, because we're busy enough right now. But he's not going to stop. He's going to make it better every single day. For you 15 plus brand new people, I'm sorry I lost count, but I know there's 15 plus people. My name's Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida with my lovely wife, Dina, who you see on the bottom of the screen or somewhere in the screen. Building this business together. We love what we do. We have a lot of passion for the system that Rory and Tandy put together. We have a lot of love for Rory and Tanya, and we love the leadership team that Rory and Tandy has put in place that focuses on doing nothing but securing the future of this organization. So you, the brand new person, whatever you decide to do here, part-time, full-time, make a new career, you can build something that is going to be here, it's going to last, and you can pass on to future generations if you want to. I've known these guys for a little while. I've been in the industry for almost 35 years now, and I've worked with them for 30 of those 35 years. 3 decades now I've worked with them. I met Rory first. I was a young entrepreneur, didn't know much about what I was doing, but I had a lot of energy and I had good work ethics and I was always a good student. I needed a voicemail. It had a lot of volume. They said, go see Rory. I did. He gave me the voicemail, took all the volume I could throw at it. And I was advertising in hundreds of newspapers all over the country at one point. I wanted to do the Don LaPree path. And, you guys remember, some of you remember that, and advertising 300 top newspapers. And they always told me Rory was the guy to go see, get the voicemail, get it set up, and he's going to teach you something really neat about it. So I thought that was good. I called him up. Great guy. Listen, I'm 14 years older than him, and I was calling him when I was 29 years old. I'll let you guys do the math. That's how long this guy has been a leader in this industry and how young he was when he got started. I called up. I asked Rory to put him on the phone. I met this young guy with a lot of energy, a lot of love for what he was what he created and to taking it out there to help other people. A lot of passion for helping entrepreneurs build their business and a love for mass communication like I've never seen before, except for, a couple of years when I was in the military. He had a love for mass communication that was just unheard of from most people back then. He hooked me up with that voicemail. It did great, but he also showed me as I built a network of people around the country, and I'm talking 25, 35, 45, 55,000 people and growing up to 100,000 people, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to all of them at the same time. I could do like a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute little training and shoot it out to all of them at the same time. Seems like nothing today, doesn't it? Because of all the technology we have. But guess what? It was the early 90s. It was 92, 91 and 92. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of the technology we have today. This guy was able to accomplish this through the phone system. And he built great relationships because of that system that he put together. Those relationships, a couple years later, like 93, 94, when everybody was ready to jump online, stayed with him because we knew this guy really knew what he was talking about, what he was doing. He left the phone company. He hopped online. He became the first one of us. What do we need back then as we're getting online? We're the first group of people getting online. We needed leads, didn't we? We needed leads to talk to present to show something to. And Rory started a lead generation company, and guess what? Unbelievable. He became the #1 lead generation company on the internet. He was the first internet guru before we even knew what guru meant. What is a guru on the online, right? So he built a number one lead generation company and helped a lot of people with a lot of leads, a lot of lead issues, a lot of lead help. And he still holds that title today. No one knows how to do what he knows how to do, either quantity or quality of leads. He produces them every single day, and he produces real leads, real-time leads every single day. But the only difference between now and then, he doesn't charge anybody for them. That's right. As many leads as you could possibly work in a day, a week, a month, and a year, you'll never pay for those leads here. That's his business, his philanthropy, his success that he's investing into you. You're never going to see that anywhere else. No matter where you look, no matter where you go, you will not find somebody doing that. So what else did we need back then? We needed websites. A lot of people out there were building websites too. Needed some place to send them to, some place to show them the information. Look at the business we had, and there was a lot of companies being represented at this time with a lot of different products. And Rory started building websites and helping people. A lot of them out there were getting 1 in 50 visitors to request an actual phone call, fill out a form. Some of the best ones, and they're very expensive, by the way, were getting 1 in 25. And we thought that was pretty good. 1 in 25 people that we got to the website would, like what they read, and they would fill out a form and they would request a phone call. Rory thought he could do better. And this is the day we stopped being non-believers in technology and how well this guy understood it, because he built his first website, he got 1 in 10. We thought, he's brilliant, right? This is unbelievable how much this guy knows. But it wasn't good enough for him, and he tweaked it and added some stuff to it and put pages behind the pages and start playing with all the new technology as it was pouring out back then. And he got it down to 1 in 5. 1 in 5. Nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. Nobody knows how to write and market online, understanding the technology, understanding the internet and SEO and keyword and all the things that you're going to figure out and hear about as you get into the training. Nobody understood it like he did. Nobody. And that's why he stayed on top the way he did. So we did incredible things. I'm telling you, I've been here for 35 years, but before I got in this industry, I was a dad. I was a carpenter that hurt his back, went back to school, be an aviation mechanic. But it was while I was in school that I was introduced to this business. I thought going to work at the airlines or, general aviation, working on small aircraft, that was going to be the way I spent the rest of my life. And I was passionate about flying back then as well. And, but I found this. And I looked at it deep for the very first time, because I've looked at this industry several times before. My sisters, my aunts, everybody was involved in something back then. But I was never interested in it. It didn't appeal to me. It didn't think it was something for me, something that would work for anybody, right? And I decided I was going to take a good look at it. And I pulled a VCR tape out of the box. Remember those things about this big? Popped it in the VCR player. And I watched some incredible people stand up in front of the room and talk about where they came from, what their background is, and how much money that they were making because of this industry. And after I watched about a dozen people do that, I went, wow, I've never met people that made that kind of money before, because there was some incredible money on that tape. So I looked around, I did research, I found a meeting that was probably about a 4-hour drive away from me. And I said, I'm going to that meeting. I want to meet these people live in person. I drove out there and I sat down and I listened to all these people. Some of them were the same ones on the tape, but there was a whole bunch of other ones. And they're walking across the front of the room and they're telling us what their income is. They got pictures of their checks to prove this is what they're making. And as each one of them came off stage and came around to me, I got up and I shook their hand and let them see my face, right? And asked somebody if they'd take a picture of us as well. Because I wanted them to remember me. We were going to have dinner together, all of us. And I wanted to pick their brains a little bit. And I didn't want them to be standoffish or, be approaching them for the first time then. So at dinner, that's exactly what I did. I walked around, I talked to each one of them for a couple of minutes. I found out the secret to this industry, the secret to success, and why they could make so much money compared to anything I've ever known before. You ready? I want you guys to write this down. It's a real short secret, but it's a powerful one. They were doing it longer than me. That's it. Every different background, every different education level, every different occupation level that I met, the only difference between them and me was they were doing it longer. So I'm a big believer, and I know Rory is too. One man can do, another man can do. I went home, I dove in, I became a student of the industry, a student of the system that we worked in at the time, and my life took a complete 180. I mean, a complete turnaround, a direction I never thought I would go in. Now I'm an online marketer. I'm a marketer, and I was becoming an online marketer. And it opened up doors for me I never knew existed. Right? I went from the dad who was going to school. I forgot to tell you, I had a wife and 3 kids in tow with me when I went back to school as an adult. That's not easy. But I also knew that it's not just tough on me, it was tough on the whole family. And I was looking for a way to make an extra 500 or 1,000 a month just to spoil the kids on the weekend. That's what got me involved. That's what I was looking at first. But when I seen what was really possible here, and I decided I was going to become a student of this and try to get to where those other guys were, I dove in and gave it everything I have. I gave it every bit of effort I had inside of me. And if somebody said do 10 of these, I did 30. If somebody said do 20 of these, I did 40. If somebody said do this 50 times, I did it 100 times because I wanted to get there. It was easier for me to go quicker. I finished school. I went to work at the airport for about 8 months, and I came home, got up one morning. I looked at my wife and I said, I'm going to go give my 3-week notice to my boss. I had 5 letters of recommendation. I could have went to work at any airport I wanted to, working for Piper, working for Cessna, doing what I wanted. And after 8 months of working at the airport, I walked away from that job because I seen the picture here. I seen the vision in this industry. I was already making well over $1,000 a month that I came here to do for my kids. And I hit goals that were just incredible. I about 1.5 to 2 years into this, when I look back at what I did and what I accomplished, because sometimes it was a blur. I just kept running forward. I was taught to put the blinders on and go, right? And I worked my tail off. And I looked back and said, my goodness, I'm making more in a couple of months' time than anybody I've ever known in my life made in the entire year. So was it a good decision? Absolutely. Did I think about giving up a couple of times in the first, 6 months or 12 months? Absolutely. But I had good people around me that taught me what I said to you guys earlier. There's only one mistake you can make. Give up on yourself and quit. I went from a dad who hardly ever got to see his kids, lucky to get home in time to have dinner, give him a kiss on the forehead, tell him to brush your teeth, go to bed, right? To the dad who got to put him on the bus, take him off the bus, go to every football practice, never missed one. And every game, went to every volleyball practice, even went to the cheerleading practice with one of my daughters when they were a cheerleader, and I was the silly dad on the sidelines with the pom-poms, right? Trying to learn the routine to make everybody laugh and have a good time. When the high school needed a bowling coach, guess what? I raised my hand and became the bowling coach of the high school. Why? Because I could. I gave me more time to spend with my kids, and I had the time freedom to be able to do so, and I had the financial freedom to be able to do so. I was at that point now I could work my business around my kids until the kids were old enough to go like they all do. Okay, Dad, get out of my way. It's time for me. It's time for me to live my life, right? And it's just been a blessing the whole time. So I got to meet Rory first, an incredible human being. We became good friends over the telephone before we even got to meet in Miami. And when I met him in Miami, though, and I looked him in the eyes for the first time and shook his hand and realized he's one of those people who doesn't look away from you, Donald, when you're talking to him, because he wants to hear every word you say. He wants to absorb that and figure out a way to help anybody that he's talking to. And he's one of the good guys. So I just wanted to be a part of his life and have him part of my life. I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea we were going to accomplish all the great things that we did together. I had no idea we were going to become so close. I'm on the East Coast and he's on the West Coast, right? But it happened. We became good friends. Then we became very close friends. Then we became like brothers. And now we're family. That's going to happen to anybody if you work together for 3 decades. I've known Linda for a couple of decades. She's a sister to me as well. There's a lot of people in here I call family. But Rory and his wife, Tanya, my brother and my sister. Because I believe in everything that they have, everything that they see, everything that the vision that they have, but most importantly, the real drive behind everything that they do, which is help as many other people on the planet as they can. Because I remember Jim Rohn saying something to me when I was younger in the business. True legends on this planet are the people who find the ways to help the most other people. And to me, that was the definition of these two. I met him, the technology and the ideas and the way he could forecast future trends and all that stuff. I just thought he was incredible. I got to fly out west to meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, and our co-founder here. I walked in the door and met a young lady raising 7 kids. I only had one playing football and I was going crazy. She has 6 playing football. How do you do that? She was raising 7 kids, 6 playing football, 1 in professional dance, and also running several other businesses that she's had for years while she was helping Rory organize and schedule and maintain all this and helping them train the new people that were coming in. I've seen 2 people that complemented each other perfectly on their skill set, and they both had an equal passion to go out into the world, teach other people know to do what they know how to do so well, and then go out across the globe and help as many families as they can. When you meet them, you'll want to know them for the rest of your life too. When you meet them, you'll understand everything that I'm saying today. 2 people who get up, have a cup of coffee, and say, how can we help Ruby hit her goals? How can we help Donald understand what we have here and he can go as fast as he wants to and achieve this? How can we help James and Catherine and all the people, Gary Henderson and Del Gardner and Quentin Larkin down there in front page, and our friend Riley over there in the bottom corner or wherever he is on your screen? How can we make a difference in their life and help them get to wherever they want to be? Those are the 2 people that you're getting in business with today. So welcome to RRR247. I'm glad you're on this podcast, number 14. And I can't wait to hear about all your successes and watch the smiles on your faces as you do that one thing. Dive in, become a student. Become the best student that you can be. Become a student of the industry, but become a student of the system that Rory and Tandy are putting together for you. And sounds kind of cliche, but the world's your oyster. The world's our oyster, right? I wish the most for you. So without any further delay, I'm sorry we got started late, and this is late. I get to introduce my brother that I've been talking about, that I've known for 3 decades, side by side, and I'll probably see tomorrow night. Fantastico. Rory Rickard, the microphone's yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Nat. You can hear me now, right?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Niall. And happy birthday tomorrow, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to just point out that I've seen a lot of your birthdays. It's been kind of a cool thing, and they're all special. All right, you guys, we were a little late getting started today. We like to start like 5-10 minutes early. Welcome all the new people, and I'm looking. I got a bunch of new students on here, and hello everyone. There is some cool things that are happening to make the process of success better. And we just got to get everybody up to speed with it. And that's the thing that I think I want to just address for a second. If you're in business and you're not finding ways to make things better, you're not going to be in business for long. It's competitive. There's different things going on already. So you got to be really good at your game. And I've always understood the role of a CEO, and there's a reason why they, genuinely get paid the big bucks and but they also have all the freaking high risk. They got the target on their backs. They got all the other stuff too. And it's their job to reduce overhead, to automate anything they can get automated, and then create as much profitability as possible. That's pretty much the role of a CEO. They are, to go in there and solve the big problems that are, stopping things from going forward. And we've had some big problems, and we've solved a really big one, and now it's getting into gear. And so, I'll put this out there to all the instructors. Next Tuesday, we're going to just keep pressing on it. But you guys, we solved the biggest kink we've had. We just got to get everybody into motion on it. So everybody that's here, you're going to be going through that. We're going to be covering the stages of things. I'm going to just let everybody know where they should be at. Kind of cover a couple points with that, just because it's hot on the topic, because we were just doing it on the instructor call. And we get somebody in, they they get to see what we're about. They get to see what the PBS is about. We launch them into a PBS system, and then we put you through session 1, and you're getting things understood. and then you're getting set up in our number one anchor offer of Elevita, so we can start building with you, sharing our marketing that's already in motion to help build customers we all get paid on. And then you go into session 2 training, and then in session 2 we're getting you set up on the PBS Vortex. You're getting set up in our third anchor, which is SHG. You're getting tied into everything, and then you're going to be put to work to start building out your PBS in step 1. And step 1 is 66% of the setup for your PBS. Very important that you understand and get that underway, because that's there's no shortcuts to getting it done, to get Google AdSense and get everything going. So we get you doing that, and when you get done with step 1, you're gonna have a way more aggressive understanding of what this really is, so that you can now participate in our active growth and team building in V marketing. And now we have a way for you to do that is going to be comfortable, a lot less scary. You don't have to interact with people yet, but you get to do marketing things that need to help build. And you're going to be learning the CRM and how things work, and get, in a way where you're learning and growing and building at the same time. And then you're just going to graduate up the ranks of instructor to CSI to GSI, PSI, MSI, and really get the benefits of what this all builds, the stability, the teamwork, all of that. Now, along the way, we've added something, and we ran into some issues. Things changed. We had to readjust and build it out. And I brought it up before because we've made these changes. And today I'm going to roll out something awesome. Now I'm just gonna say this. This is fixing several kinks with another program that we have inside our program called the IBO. And I'm going to show you guys something new today, and it's probably going to be tweaked a little bit going forward, but we just made another issue better. And even more than that, the whole process, the streamlining of it. And so for everybody here that already is aware of the IBO process, have been here for years, we have people still benefiting from it. You guys all get to hear where we are today. And for everybody that's brand new, if you don't know what the IBO is, don't worry. I'm going to give you a link to kind of go through it. But this is something that we are in full motion again with. Jim, you guys, this is Jim Frankowiak. Jim, can you join me? I'm going to go to an inversion panel in a second. And we have another, yeah, I can hear you. We have another guest. Is she here?
Yep, Trisha's on.
Okay, so I just got to find her. I mean, I can't.
Hello?
Oh, she's right there. Okay, perfect.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Trisha, I'm going to make you a co-host so we don't lose you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do this inversion thing. Hold on. I'm going to have some fun. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that one. 2. We'll go to the 6 panel one. Yeah, hold on. Okay, well, we'll just go in this panel so you guys can see us all talk this way. We'll be in a little conference room. All right, Trisha's will adapt in a second. And Trisha, it's good to have you on here. I'm going to be dropping like a little bit of news of things that you guys have been working on, and now we're like making it loud for everybody. So some of you guys know who Trisha is. She's been helping us to clean up massive messes from something that happened. Well, we're going on 2 years now, right? Well, a year and a half ago.
Yeah. That's 16 months I've been working with the community.
Yeah.
December of 23.
And so I'm gonna save you guys a lot of the history and just tell you this. Trisha's now full on board with what we do now. She's going to be part of the onboarding, the ongoing reporting, and to help close things out properly so we never have an issue again. So instead of like, and this is what I'm going to say, and I was reviewing this again with Jim before we got on the call today. Trisha, things happen for reasons, and it's what you do after it. But we wouldn't have met you if we didn't have that problem. And you have a special expertise that we value on this whole thing. So I want everybody to know where it's at. So everybody, Trisha's the one that's going to be reaching out. We're going to be building a team up around her. There's other partnerships in here, but I got to tell you, when we launched IBOs now, I think, Jim, I mean, our confidence level on where things are at, we have amazing advertisers. And I know we've had a lot of people patient. I know I got a couple I got to reach out to that are like, this is just taking forever, but we had to get some stuff set up. We had to line up some ducks. We got to make sure that we are working with the best advertisers because that makes the biggest difference. It also makes the longevity better. You know, those that run their business better tend to stay up longer than the 6 months, which is what we want. We want them to last for years.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I'm gonna walk you guys through this stuff, but I don't know if you want to, you know, Trish, I don't know if you want to say some stuff here. We have a lot of people that I know that are waiting. Please.
I do. I mean, it seems like it was 15 months ago that I was on a call with you all when we learned about the issues that we needed to fix. And I just personally want to thank the community. I mean, it has not been an easy process. They have trusted me. They have been patient when I said it's a process we need to go through. And we've been successful. When I first started working with the community, there were 128 members that were having issues, and we're down to 12 that I'm still working with. And when I say issues, I'm talking, we have created over 300 profit and loss statements. We have done amended tax returns for people that they were not done properly, closed down LLCs within almost every state, got them all compliant. So it has been a teamwork. I know I have been facilitating a lot of that, but it has taken the members' patience, cooperation, and trust to get us all through this. And I was really impressed of how the community came together. It's not, oh, this is my issue and this is my money. The community came together to create a pool so that we can make sure that everybody comes out of this debt-free and safe in the environment. So I just wanted to thank everybody.
You guys, and it's because it got cleaned up, we were able to, you know, figure out how to go forward better. And I'm just we're gonna do this like again. It's now a proactive thing. Like you guys, we ran that for a long time. We've you know, you never know there's an issue till there's an issue sometimes. And then it's like, how do you react to it? How do you clean it up? You know, you stand behind what you do, but even better now, like I'm so excited to push this out there with like absolute trust and belief that we're doing it the absolute right way because we've got onboarding, continuation, and offboarding where we know it's going to be done as close to perfection as possible, and we have the right people to handle any possible issue that know what can come up and go through it and in something. Now, for those that are brand new, let me just pause for a second. You're about to learn what this is, and it's awesome. Okay, it's a very special thing, and we'll have Trisha come on. We'll do some more reviews and some stuff on this as it gets going. Right now, I think what we need to do is make sure we get everybody that's in the waiting queue going. Trish, you've already been reaching out to them, correct?
I have, and one thing that I did is I'm learning that some of that data was not completely current. So I sent a text message out to all the members who were on that waiting list. And so I sent that to everyone. I've had about a third of them respond to me. So if you were on that waiting list, please check your text messages. It might be in your unknown senders. It's coming from an 848 area code. And that's how I reached out to get to understand where everybody is. And our first priority is to work through that waiting list.
So we're gonna launch something, and Trish, I haven't had a chance to show you this yet, but I'm gonna tell you how this goes. I'm gonna give everybody the process. Okay, we're streamlining this. You guys, we had this amazing CRM, right? And we've been doing the spreadsheet thing, and now that we're understanding where things are at, and to do this, I was like just doing my usual, just thinking it over and over again. So we have a form that we're gonna have everybody fill out, even though they're already in the CRM as a student, as an instructor. When they go into the IBO program, they're gonna submit a form that's gonna put them into our CRM under the IBO section, Trisha is going to have access to that, and so is Jim, obviously, that she can see them come in, and then they go for that to another starting process to get going. But we're going to know anybody that wants to do it. They're going to put their current information in, and then what's good about this is we can put notes and update it, and we're going to be changing the status. This is something, Trisha, you and I just got to go. I got to walk you through it, but we're going to know where the status is, and what this does is allows the leadership to see where they're at in the process. And if for some reason we can't get a hold of somebody, the notes are going to be there from Trisha. I can't get a hold of them, so we can help. We're going to really hyper organize this so we can help people get up and going. So, there's forms to fill out. There's some things to expect. And, Jim, I think the biggest thing we always have is we need people to get their information in and comply with that as fast as possible.
Right. Yeah, they got to stay on top of it and make sure they turn in whatever's required of them to not only set up their entity, their LLC, but also start filling out the bank merchant apps. So yeah, and that's where Trish is going to be their best friend or their worst nightmare.
I hope best friend.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you there's something coming. We're gonna separate. So we have like kind of two things that happen when we submit somebody in. There's an age requirement that we got to kind of adhere, and I hate saying requirement, but we got to adhere to. It's what the banks want. Okay. Now Jim works on it to get around it, and this is just something we've been doing over the last couple of years. Well, before this, is we were trying to find ways to help those that where we're told no. We hate being told no. So we always try to find a way to get a yes or figure things out, or what do we need to make this happen? So, and this is something I went over with Jim, so I'm going to go over it. We have, there's some age parameters. So basically 21 to 69. That means they're turning 69. If they're already 69, we got to make sure that they're like Jim is pretty much, they got to be like almost 69, right?
Yeah. Yeah. More towards turning 69 than
almost 70
years. Yeah.
So, and I'm just going to stress that now for those that are over 69 and, I guess 18, 19, 20, that's a rare thing. We've got some of those up there, but those that are outside the primary age bracket, whatever you want to call that, we're going to have them submitted. Now we're going to go up to like age 75. That's pretty much the ceiling. We're going to have a special place for them to go, and they're going to be on hold until we find a solution. Meaning we have some great advertisers that'll take them based on their situation, based on some of their questions. And so we're going to put those like in a different thing. I do not have that set up yet, but I will have that set up. I'll review it next Tuesday. So you guys, we don't want to say no to that. I mean, we have some great community members that come in here that are in those age brackets. They're of great health. They're going, and we like to fight for them to get them going. Okay. So, I know that comes up. Every time we do one of these, I get a flood of like 30 people. They're like, "Can I get in there now?" And I'm going to say, when you're over those ages, we're going to do our best to get you seated. You got to be patient. And over the past years, we've done several of them. So we're gonna keep working on that. But we're gonna put you in a holding bin until we get that going, and we'll work on it. Now, here's what we know about supply and demand. When you can create, if there's a supply, the demand will fill it. If we can find where there's a supply, we'll fill it with the demand, right? We all want to help the community win. Now, you guys, this program, and there's always variations like above it, but call it $750 a month to do what you're going to be doing and being active is an amazing thing. You guys, it's not permanent. We give it it's 6 months. Sometimes it's longer on the guarantee, but it's considered a bridge, everybody. Don't go finance your house on this. Don't go buy a new car on this. This is meant to so you can stabilize and do something smart with it, like build your business, like pay off debt, build things up, but help make your family economy better so that you can build from what we have here. And this has been a program that's allowed stay-home moms to actually stay home and build the business because cash flow's coming in, so they don't have to hire daycare and try to go out the working force. That's the main reason we wanted this. I'm just going to put that out there. This is great to help the retired situations be better. It's decent enough to help people get out of debt. We've seen this help people before it became a big problem. They could get, because, there's downsizing going on, things going on in life all the time. This is just a great thing to give people, but it's meant to be a bridge so you can pound into the work, build up your revenue streams with RRR247 to where you build that lasting, stable business. All right. So it's not meant to get lazy and not participate in what we have. I'll be direct about it. All right. So, and the thing about the community, and I'm glad you brought that up, Tricia, because they're amazing. We're here to rise people up and help them, not just give them a Band-Aid for a period of time, but long term. This is one step of that allows it, and it's freaking being creative. I still, it's just been a godsend overall. I mean, the millions of dollars this has created for the community, millions of dollars. I mean, it's helped so much economically. And I'm just gonna put this big thanks, Tricia, with you and Jim doing all the stuff you guys have been doing to get this restored solidly to move forward as the plan. And I'm so excited. So let me show you the thing. I'll give everybody the link. It's really simple. It's rrr247.com/IBO. There's a little intro video on there that explains it. If you want, now, if you're already like in the waiting list, I'm going to tell you right now, resubmit yourself in here. I'd rather you resubmit here because Trisha's got the list to go back and forth. We can see the information. We can see all the stuff that's there. And get it set up in there, fill it out completely. And after you fill out that form, that puts you into the CRM for Trisha to know who's in, right? And then it's going to send you to a thank you page that's going to send you to another page to get the process started. Now, she's going to get a hold of you to get it started, but if you want to jump into it and get going, there's an assessment thing you start doing, and that starts the process. So what we're trying to do is streamline this so that we can get people interested and going sooner and help do the chase work and provide that. And we're going to make this smoother along the process. Instructors, we could now start loading up people in this like now. And I cover it in session 2, but I'll let you guys know that we're bringing it up again as a review in step 4 in the training, and we'll and just send them right through the same process. And I'm going to just cover a couple things, the rules as we're getting this fine-tuned. Only one person can do this per household, and if like the wife's in the program and the husband's going to qualify, the husband can do it. We're okay with that. One per household. It's a family thing. Other than like the spouse, we're taking care of the family. I know in the past, and I got this asked, like, can we put family and friends in? Not yet. We'll let you know when if we have the room for it and something happens where that opens up, we'll announce that and do a special thing. But right now, we've got our advertisers. We're very picky on where we're going on it, and it's for family members that are active building the business. If we have students that aren't intending to be building with us, this isn't for them. This is for those that are committed and going. I'm going to be clear about it all the time, right? It's a very special thing. We're going to give it to those that are doing the right community thing by being part of the utopian process here, helping rise up. And this is what we have. So I'm trying to think. Trisha, you put that number out there, guys. If you don't need her for this, do not contact her there yet. Right? Let her take care of those that are there.
And that is a text messaging system, so it's not my private cell phone. And I just want people to know what number we're using to communicate with them.
Oh, perfect. So I guess we should all take note of that, and know that that's the number that you guys will reach out to them from. Is that fair?
And that's the number that I texted everyone on the waiting list last Friday morning. So if you're on the waiting list, you should have received. If you're on a waiting list and you and I have not communicated yet, you should have received a text message from that number. I uploaded everybody on the waiting list into that text system.
Okay, I'm making note of this, and I'll put it in our training. This is the number they should be expecting communication with. Also, the name of the division or is doing this is resellers.
RMP.
RMP, like ramp up. RMP.
Oh,
okay.
I like that. We did it for risk management program because that's what we're doing. We have closed the gaps where there was risk in the old program, and I am very confident in the new program that we have. Very excited to be offering it to everyone.
And guys, I'll tell you this. I mean, and I know Jim, we talk about this all the time, but in building RRR247, there was things that we did prior to this, massive failures. Like things went good and massive failures. It's what we did after the failure that took us to the next thing. We wouldn't even be here today if I didn't have two incredible failures. One of them was a multi-million-dollar loss, but what it taught us to go forward allowed us to create this. We had another big loss with this that taught us what to do right to correct the things and be proactive on it. And in marketing, proper marketing allows it to be, it makes the world work better. Proper marketing answers every question or objection along the way. The same process of proper marketing in a business concept is to think ahead of what possible problems could ever come up and arise and know how to solve them before they come. Well, that's where we're at now with this. And there's some of these problems we didn't even know were going to be an issue because they shouldn't have been an issue, but now we know what they could be, so we're ahead of it. So like it's I just love that we live this way. We do business this way, and you find a way to hey, there's not going to be a problem because we've already thought of every problem. We've already lived through whatever problem we can have, and we're ready for it. How's that, Trish?
That's good. And I also want to emphasize, Rory, and I do one of the first steps after you do the pre-assessment on the website is that I personally get on the phone with you and make sure you understand the program, give you an opportunity to ask any questions. And that's not the only phone call. We usually have 2, sometimes maybe 3 phone calls. But what I do want to emphasize, what went wrong was one advertiser out of 158 that were in the program at that time. So, it was the saying, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. It was one that did something wrong, and it just blew up on everybody. And the problem that we had was there wasn't a lot of communication. There wasn't a lot of transparency. The controls that we've put in place now, the checks and balances. And so we have put all those in place to move forward with this new program.
And you guys, and I'll tell you this, I know we've gone over this as a team, but a lot of these things we actually, you think they're there, but now it's like the control, like we know what Trisha can do. So knowing that she's going to be controlling all that and being the answer for all that is why we're like, we can start building this back up and put the gas going again, start moving on it. And you guys, it's such a huge marketing solution for everybody. It's a win-win-win across the board. But like anything, it's got to be done right. And we had there's a bunch of the biggest questions and where the issues would come from is, how does this work with my taxes? How does this work? And how do I need to file this? All that is now so transparent, one place to get it all done. We don't have to chase it everywhere because Trish is taking care of all that. You guys, that alone, it should, like, the confidence I have in this now is through the freaking roof. And I'm just excited. And thank you, Trisha.
No,
and
thank
Jim.
you. No, I'm very excited too.
So, so the name of it's Resellers RMP. That's the communication. It'll be Resellers RMP. We call it our IBO program, but the Resellers are RMP, and then that phone number they'll be reaching out to, and I'll add that to the training, and I'll put that in place there so people know. And it's in this world, there's only things coming out there, and then on the communication, the stuff going there, we're gonna know where people are along the process in the CRM. So that, as your, instructors, you guys can know where they're at. Cause I get called all the time, like, where am I at with this? Where's that? Also, Jim, if we have people that we've closed down, I guess, Trisha, this is a question for both of you. Here's my only question I have left, which is good. We're getting right to the time, is if they were closed down, and everything got done right, we're able to start some of them we can get going again, right? Is the plan?
Right. It really depends upon the status of how their merchant accounts were closed down. If there were a lot of chargebacks and the merchant accounts had some negative activity, from the processing bank standpoint, then there is a cool off period. If there were not a lot of chargebacks, and that's why I will often say, can you send me your bank statements? Because I can take a look at that and determine that. If the merchant accounts were closed down properly and cleanly, then they're much easier to roll into the new program.
Now the reason why I'm going to stress this, right, and I bring this up, is with what we have in place now, when things are going to be shut down, Trisha's going to make sure things are done so tight and right that this becomes less of a problem to get people up and going again. And I just want you guys, like, let me just amplify how awesome that is, because you guys, I don't care how much money you have coming in, and I'll say this with some background knowledge. If you can participate in the program and the marketing that we're doing, and you can continue to get that 750 longer, all it does is allow you to do more. Right. And so we like to keep that going, and especially like our leadership, we want to really be able to take care of them as they're doing stuff, because it's another, it's 750 does a lot. And it helps. I mean, our overheads are so much smaller now, but you want to be in profits. You want to be able to have the funds to travel and do other things. I mean, there's so much more that it does, but the other thing that it does is help give you a stability in addition to everything else while you're building. Which is the number one reason why we like it. So I just want to let you guys know, like, this is, I know I don't want to say like 2.0, but it's more like a 5.0. I think we've jumped up a lot of things. But I like the confidence to get people going on here now. I mean, Jim, I mean, this is why you guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. And then Jim's like, okay, we're ready. We can go now. And I'm like, this is okay. I'll unleash everybody the plan. So thanks for coming on tonight.
No,
and
thank you.
Trisha,
and Roy, I also want to thank you and Jim for your patience, because I know I was the one who said, okay, I want this, everything that I had asked for a control, and I call it an insurance for the members. Every idea that I had to make it as rock solid as we could, you and Jim supported them all. So I really want to thank you guys for that. It was never like, oh my gosh, you're crazy, you're making this hard. You supported it and put your members and the community first and everything that you're doing. So I appreciate that.
Well, that's why we're all working together, right? We all see like, hey, this works. If we do it like this, we could take care of this long haul. And
Right.
for those that, and I'll put this as just a close on this, because like this is like a relaunch really, but this is not meant to last for a short period. This is meant to last forever. We want to, whenever you build a business, you want it to continue and build. And I think I've stated this with RRR247. We build it to last legacy. This is something we built to help people forever. And this is everything we do is in that measure, right? And when you find people that believe that same thing, man, it gets fun. I mean, this is why this is awesome, Trisha. I'm so happy that we're here now. We're going through it, and I think we all learned how to do things better on this process, but also, like, if we do it right, it's better for everybody. So when you hear the confidence of everybody to get people going, it's because we just know more now than we ever knew. And man, and I know, add it all up though, Jim, like this, we've done millions and millions and millions with this, and it just spreads out the community, and it's just one other element. Now it's just for the United States. I don't know if we'll ever come with other programs outside of this. If we can, we will. This is a very specific program that works with the structure of banking and merchanting here in the U.S. And that being said, we have a lot of U.S. people here, but we're always looking for other things to do. When you're a marketer, you solve problems. This is a major problem that we solved, and it's been very fruitful in a lot of other areas too. I got to tell you, the relationships. I mean, it's just a good thing. All right. Okay. Trisha, anything else?
Thank
We'll come
you
back
for having
on.
me as a guest tonight.
And we'll have you back on, Trisha. You're family, so we'll have you back on. We'll do some reviews. I might have you come on with the instructors to review some other stuff that for knowledge, and we'll go from there. But but you guys, we can go ahead and start sending the stuff in. Again, always, remember, we break things. Be patient. I think, Jim, I don't know, we can line up, the next 50, 100, and just be patient as we get them set up right. We're not going to be rushing things. This is going to be done at the speed of proper business. And, I know I have students like, I could use this today. Well, you know what? I know. So, we make sure you're maintaining your credit, doing things right. We'll get it in there and get it going, and we'll have some good communication about it. And also, for some reason, you guys, we have favor. And when we're doing things right, we're gonna get the right partners and even better advertisers because of how we run stuff. And that's what we want. We want programs to last. For those that had this go for years before, that's what we want. We want it to go and go and go and be a stable part of the whole picture here. All right.
Right.
Trisha,
Okay.
Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Trish,
And,
before you go, thanks for all you do in your time today. And Jim, thank you always. You know that.
Love you, buddy.
You too.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. So on that note, here I'm going to close this view. Let me go back to speaker here. On that note, it's time for the millionaire course time. I know that the sheet was put out by Burrell just now, but if you didn't have it, make sure you guys complete that over the next now. But here's the thing: you guys can do that through the rest of the night. We need to get moving in the assisted V marketing. We need to get moving in the V marketing, and so what I mean by that is we're going to get really aggressive over the next weeks to get everybody up to speed with what's new. Okay, now I'm going to segue for 1 second because I see one of my students, James Perryman. You and I need to talk soon. I've been meaning to reach out to you, and I saw you on here. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this chance. I got something to get you going with this more, and hopefully you're getting through step 1 good. I'm glad to see you here. But let's talk tomorrow, the next day. Just text me and let's get on, okay? Awesome. All right. I can say that to about 20 other people on here. Easy. You guys attend your study halls. We are about to go into a very awesome situation in growing our businesses. Remember, this is a team. We're a big family, but you guys, we are going to be growing at an incredible pace once we get everybody up to speed with the new. And it's just adapting things. It's just making some tweaks and realigning things that are going to be more realistic to get people going quicker. So be here on the Tuesdays, be here on the Saturdays. This Saturday, we'll see where it goes. It's going to be awesome. All right. And then don't worry, guys, we have a great training, the stuff on Wednesday, Thursday night. That training's going to be just epic. You guys, what they do on the Thursdays. And we're going to start getting more into how to use AI properly, big time advances. You guys, we could train all day, 24 hours a day and not get through this stuff. There's so much to do. And that's why we break it up, focus on the high things that are going on. You guys, this was an awesome Tuesday. Like, if you don't know what the IBO program is, this is a big deal. And if you don't know what it is, you're welcome to go to it, RRR247.com/IBO. If you're a RRR247 family member and you're building with us, you're committed to be with us, you can get in that process. There's a video, and then you can just fill it out and get going. You have questions, bring it up in the study hall. You guys, our leadership here have benefited from the IBO program for years. They know what it is. And I'm just happy where we're at with it again. All right. God, I love you guys. I'll see everybody that knows if you got a PBS through Sunday night. I'll see you in the right room. And everybody else, do what you can to get going. Put your commitments there, even if you did a 0. But let's start working 100 leads at a time, doing the processes, and attend your